Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Wednesday, June 11th of 2025. So I'm here in my garage because I'm going to be working on my garage this week. So just going to turn the camera, the amount of stuff that I have to go through. Alright, so that's what we have. My husband's gone through those boxes there. That's his stuff. This stuff that's sitting here is the stuff that we're going to sell at a garage sale. And then we have these, 4 of these racks hanging from the ceiling here. They were all completely as full as this one. As you can see, my husband's cleared this one off completely. And he's cleared, well, those 3 boxes just got put back up there. But he has that one cleared off completely. And then there's a few items on this one that I have to finish going through. Or I have to go through. So, don't have to worry about that. This up here, majority of this is my day home stuff. I can tell. That's all the toys. And then those cardboard boxes all say games. So I know those are the games and puzzles. So what I'm going to work on today is these containers here. Let's see, they're stacked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. And it looks like about 4 rows deep. So probably about 30-ish bins that I have to go through. So I'm going to start with this corner. I'm just going to take each box down and dump every box out. Now, I do have a few boxes that I can tell right now I don't have to touch. This box here has got electronics in it. This one here is electronics. That one's electronics. And that one is electronics. So right away, I have 4 boxes that I know are just electronics. I'm not touching electronics. I also have some boxes that are paper. I'm not really doing paper today either. But I do want to go through and see what is good. You know, like keeping my kids' school stuff is one thing. Keeping day home stuff, probably not. But going through each bin and just deciding, you know, what to keep, what to get rid of. So I'm going to start here. So start with, I have 3 of these big trunks. And I think this one is now empty as well. That's the back. This is the front. Hard to tell which is the front one if you're looking at it from the side. Yes, it is empty. So I have 3 of these trunks. I do want to give them all a nice, you know, fresh paint, fix them up, new paper inside. So that's one bin I don't have to worry about. So I'm gonna have to grab the ladder and bring a few of these down, and I will just be back as I'm going through these boxes. Alright, so I've gone through a couple stacks of these containers here. So I've got this one here. I'm just putting art supplies that I'm gonna probably keep or I can sell. Got a pile here of kids' things that I'm going to put on my driveway for free. I mean, I know I could keep them for my garage sale, but, you know, they're just, you know, odd little things. I've got this little stack of these little bags here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or what I'll do with them yet. And then over here, I have a pile of home decor items, and then I've got a kitchen things, and then I've got 2 bins here. One is all, you know, you can see it's all the pumpkins, and there's a couple of Christmas trees in there as well. Then I have this other bin here, and it's just, I was putting in, you know, the small little loose things that fall out or fall at the bottom of the boxes. I was just dumping it in there. Some more art supplies that I'm keeping. And then I have 2 boxes that are just games and puzzles, so I didn't really have to do anything. You can see it's just games and puzzles. So I have gone through 1, 2, 3, 5 boxes Oh, and then I have a box of electronics, so 6. So I've done 6 boxes. It's taken me about half hour because I have to go through every item one at a time. So that was my first, the first stack of boxes. So now I'm going to start with the next box, which I can see is mostly papers, but I will be dumping the papers out. I can see, if anybody knows, the white, whatever it's called, not a sash, the other one, the one that goes around your neck. Anybody knows, this is from Girl Guides, so that is my Girl Guides thing, and then that would be the other part, I guess the sash or whatever, that has all my badges on it. So that tells me that this has got a lot of important papers, just based on seeing those items there. So I can tell this top one up here is going to be just kitchen stuff. That's easy to go through. I will dump it out and decide if it's a keep or get rid of. And another box of electronics I don't have to touch. And another box of random art stuff I have to deal with. Next box is foam. So I don't have to deal with the little styrofoam balls. And in this box here is more art supplies, so I will be going through that. And then I have no idea what's in this bottom box here. So I'm just gonna go through, like I said, the next stack of containers and I will be back. Okay, so it's about 11 o'clock. I'll just show over here. You can see the amount of boxes that I have kind of gone through or at least moved. Those 4 bins are just papers. I said those 2 cardboard boxes are puzzles and games. Those other 4 clear boxes over there are electronics. And then I've got these 2 bins are home decor and just other home decor sitting in front of it. And these 2 bins here are kitchen stuff and some more kitchen stuff in front of it. Then I got these 4 clear totes that I'm just putting all the craft and art supplies in. Then I've got these 4, which I don't even have to really touch because I know exactly what's in them. Like I said, I've got, this is styrofoam balls, this is yarn, this is ribbon and string. And this one here, oh, I gotta go through this one. This is the next one to go through. But, you know, I said I'm just taking each item out of here and just kind of figuring out where it goes. And a lot of this stuff is craft supplies, and I can't really organize my craft supplies out here in the garage. So I'm going to have to take all the boxes with the craft supplies into the house. Same with that bottom box of kitchen stuff. I just don't feel like dumping it out in my garage. I mean, I thought I was going to, but I'm going to end up with so many piles of stuff like this all over my garage floor. I don't want that. So I'm just going to take the art supplies and the kitchen stuff in the house to sort through. So I guess I'll be taking these down to the basement, which was my initial plan anyways, was to take this stuff into the house, down to the basement, and go through it there. So I got to clear out stuff in the basement so I can put the stuff away. As for the electronics, they can just stay in here for now. I'm not even at the point where looking, for the other gaming consoles yet, or the VCRs, DVD players, anything like that. We only have the one TV hooked up in the living room, and my daughter has her stuff up in her room, so we don't even have the basement set up yet for any of the other gaming stuff. As for the papers, I think I'm just gonna leaving the papers in here and deal with them another day. But I'm going to go through each of these bins. I'm going to take them all down and figure out what they are. If it's art supplies, I can take in the house. Kitchen stuff, I'll take in the house. If it's just toys and papers, I'm going to leave them in here for now, just because I just had so many bins to go through. But as you can see, I mean, like I said, I was about 6 high and 4 across. Now the top ones here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. And this is like two in, and then this one here. So I am slowly going through these bins. And then I will show over here, I actually have 3 completely empty bins. Now I will probably be putting some of this home decor stuff in the bins just so it's not all over the floor. And then this is my pile of donations. I decided, even though I'm having a garage sale, I'm going to have so much more of this type of stuff for the garage sale. If I can just kind of get it out of the house now, or out of the garage now, the better. Because when I clear this, then I have to get all of this stuff done. And a lot of the stuff up here is the day home stuff. That will be the stuff I will be selling at my garage sale. So I'm just going to continue going through the boxes, and I'll be back and show you my progress. Okay, so the next few boxes I brought down, I don't really have to touch. This is, it's got a few of my stuffed animals, but it's got knife blocks in there and some home decor. This is just a home decor. And that is just, home decor. So like I said, those three I don't have to touch. These three, this is that's my things. Those are those mannequin heads that I use to store my wigs and hair pieces on. This here is just, it looks like my jewelry and hair stuff. And this bottom red one here is also just like toiletry items. See, just a random box of toiletry items. Again, I don't need to go through those out here in the garage. Those are easy to go through. Then I've got this box here. It's about half full, and it's just random papers and art supplies, easy to deal with. And that one there, again, is just art supplies. So like I said, I'm not even going to go through these ones. I can see what it is. I'm just going to take it straight into the house and go through. Even though I had done the first few where I dumped out, I just don't want to dump all this stuff out in my garage. So I'm just going to continue over here and see what other in these bins over here. This one, just fabric. It's not even full. So this one I don't have to go through. Yeah, just more art supplies. Well, that's florals, as I see the moths and stuff. So that would be my floral making stuff. And this bin here is just personal papers. Maybe some art supplies, but I'm going to just say that's personal papers. And then this green bin here is just random stuff. I see my jewelry in there. I see a lot of Christmas decor stuff. This looks like it might just also just be, yeah, there's just canvases and stuff in there. So this is just more a mix of mostly just art supplies and a few other things, but that'll be nice to be able to have all my stands with all my jewelry, so I can go through all my jewelry. That'll be the next big thing I will be doing. So that can just go into the house as is. Same with these ones. I'm about halfway done, and there's like, I think I'm just gonna bring all these boxes into the house. For now, I'm just gonna bring them in and go through them in the basement. So that's what I decided to do. There's not much here. I thought there'd be so many more things. It just seemed like so many boxes, but to dump each box out, I really need the time to actually dump each box out and go through each individual item. So I'm just gonna kind of figure out what's here. I'm gonna leave, like, I also had this green tote there, had my kids' toys in it. So I'm gonna leave all the toys and the papers and home decor in the garage. I'm gonna bring in all the art supplies, and yeah, when I get that done, I will be back. I was just going through the next couple of boxes. It was just my hair accessories and beauty products, and then I got to this box, and yay, I found all my little characters, or lots of them. So that means, yeah, I can get these all up on display again. That's gonna be good. I've got Barbie, Betty Boop, Gilmore Girls, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Ghostbusters, and Lara Croft. So yeah, that's the Gilmore Girls collection there. I should have more, but it's a good start that I found these ones. And a Raggedy Ann lamp. Ooh. This is the fun stuff when I find my decor stuff. my collectible stuff. And then in the next box is just collector tins and other home decor. Still good, but not as exciting. I thought I would find more of these. Let's see this box. Yeah, that was that box I already opened. Yeah, that was the florals. So, let's see. And this tub up here. Ooh, that's my jewelry box. And all my jewelry. See, I'm getting to the stuff I've been looking for. My makeup, I haven't come across my makeup yet. My makeup should be in this box here then. My makeup should be either in that box or that red box. So, I'm just gonna set my camera down. I didn't bring my tripod out here because I didn't want to break it. So, I'm just gonna pause for a second and get these red bins down. Alright, so this is the other red bin. A little disappointed. It's electronics. The telescope is there and the video games, and I see Sims and Mario Kart right on top. So that's okay. And this next tote here is my kids' toys. This red tote here is jewelry boxes and some makeup. So my makeup must be in that red box then. If it's not, I have no idea where any of my makeup went. So, yeah, let's see. Now I've got to just climb back up there because I moved all these bins. Now I can't stand on anything to reach that red bin. Kind of disappointing though. I haven't come across my makeup yet. Let's see what was in this green tub. Ooh, okay, maybe I got some makeup in the green tub because that's first aid stuff. Okay. I'm gonna check. I said this was, yeah, jewelry boxes. I'm just gonna see what's in these two bins here. Right, I didn't open them, I just moved them. So I got one here and one here. I'll do this one first. Let's see, this is, what is this? Just random stuff from the basement. Oh, and my son had a Pokemon theme. I made these Pokeballs for him and his friends, and there was a bullseye thing, target thing I had made that they had to try to, do. So, just art supplies in here. Okay, and let's see, this green bin here has a Betty Boop clock. That's always nice. So, photos and, all my records. Okay, still no makeup. Okay. Okay, so what did I say was in this green bin? This red bin had jewelry boxes. Hard to do this one hand. What was in this green bin? Oh yeah, that was that first aid stuff. Okay, so now I'll just continue seeing what's in here. Oh, that was the one I already looked at. That's my kids' toys. So those clowns, and then under the clowns are porcelain dolls. And then this one is, my books. Okay, I found my books. Oh. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more bins to see what's in them. I'll be back as soon as I'm able to, because I got to move these things out of my way and figure out how I'm supposed to reach way up there now that I've taken all these. I was doing it slowly where I had all the other stuff stacked up and I was moving it down one shelf or one thing at a time. 6, 7, 8, but this one here is stacked 8 high. And there's I wasn't thinking that. I just got really excited when I found some of my stuff. Okay, so I just have to figure out how to get these boxes down and then I will be back. Right, so I had this stack of 4 bins sitting in the corner. I moved it over here. I'm going to stand on this trunk. I hope I can still reach that. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach that top one. I don't think I'm tall enough. I'm going to try though. Let's see if I can do it. I may have to put another bin up here and just slide it over and down kind of a thing. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can do it. I did it. I got the clear one down. I wasn't sure how heavy it would be, but then I noticed that it is just all those wood things. I don't know. These things. Forget, whatever. Decor things, whatever. So it's a pretty light box. But it's just full of all of those. And then once I got that down, then I just slid the red box from there to there. And I'm going to stand up and see what's in this red box. And yeah, that looks like that is like my hair stuff, jewelry boxes. I think my makeup might be under here. I'll say this box smells so good. Actually, all my boxes I open that have like my toiletry items in all smell so good. So yeah, my makeup should be in here. Oh, I've got it. All right. Yeah, the dress broke, but I kept the strap. I kept the straps for that dress. It was nice. It's one of those nice summery ones. I guess I had a couple of them. I don't know if there's any makeup in here. I can't tell. Maybe it's just kind of like an assortment of brushes and makeup. And I will say I love this brush, but as you can see, my puppy chewed it. But I'm gonna definitely have to go through and clean. Oh, there's makeup. Yes, I see a makeup bag. I do see a makeup bag there. So my makeup's probably in here. Probably a mix of all of those other ones. So now I'm gonna see what's in this one. Just looks like kids' books and movies. Yeah. And papers. Yeah, that's personal papers down there. Okay. Okay, now I just gotta get down and start moving these boxes down so I can see what's in the final, like 10 or so boxes. Alright, I got the next two boxes down. This is like super light. There is like nothing in this box. I mean, I see some burlap and I see some Christmas and Halloween decor. This box here was also pretty light. Oh, just some home decor stuff and some kids' toys. Oh, excuse me, just very dusty. This next box here is just personal papers. And it is super heavy. And this next box here beside, it's just craft supplies. Empty box. Home decor. Yeah, just some art supplies. So that's, I don't know. I was keeping these boxes. I must have something in them. Usually if I have like crafts, oh, there's nothing in these. I don't know. I must have kept them for a reason because there's a couple of these shrimp boxes in here. Must have saved, like I said, I don't save them unless I needed them for something. Maybe Christmas? I was going to try to put some Christmas stuff in there. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not keeping boxes. They can be thrown out now. But yeah, that's just home decor and crafts supplies in those ones. And I've got 4 more to figure out what's in them. All right, last 4 boxes. This is my kids' jewelry and hair accessories. Yes, this is just jewelry and hair accessories. And this here is just more of my kids' toys. So I don't even have to touch these ones. And this one here is personal papers. So I'm not even going to touch that. right there. Yeah, see, when I get to these clothing items, and I know exactly what's going to be in that box. And so what I have is the little outfits that I brought all 4 of my kids home from the hospital. They each had, you know, I didn't know which of the 2 green ones it was, so I saved both the little green ones. And they all wore this little 2-piece outfit over top. Definitely need to be washed, but these were what I brought my kids all home from the hospital in. One looks smaller. Oh, I know, because I had 2 that were a little smaller, so I think I know who came in which ones. So this light green would be my oldest daughter and my son, and then my other 2 daughters were both bigger babies, so they came home in this one. I can see it as soon as they're put side by side, I see the size difference. So these were the outfits that I brought all my kids home. And I was going through another box and I found one of the wristbands from one of my kids in the other box of personal paper. So that is going to be a really hard box for me to go through. And then this also looks like personal papers. Yes, I can tell, just, you know, like it looks like stuff. Yes, if it has phone cases in here, things like that, then yes, this is personal papers for my kids, so I don't have to touch those. So I'm gonna put all the stuff that were like toys and papers, I'm gonna put back in this corner, and the electronics will go back here. And then I'm gonna put the home decor and the kitchen stuff, I'm just gonna leave them all in this grouping here. And I'm just gonna take all the art supplies and my toiletry items inside. So there's quite a few boxes. So this is what it looks like in my garage right now. But you can definitely see, you know, like, I don't really have a lot of stuff anymore. I mean, I really thought there'd be more stuff for the number of boxes that I saw here, but just how some of these boxes weren't even full. Just based on the number of empty boxes crates I have sitting over there that I was able to put in other containers, just shows me I really went through and got rid of so much stuff before we moved. But because we moved so much stuff here, I didn't really feel like I had gotten rid of anything, if that makes sense at all. Yeah, so again, I'm just gonna move, now that I know what is in each box, I'm just gonna put all the boxes back in this corner, and I will be back when I do that. Yeah, I've lost track of how many hours I've been doing this, but I've got all the bins leaned back up in the corner where they were. They're only 5 high instead of 8 high, which is good. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 24, 28, 32. 32 bins sitting here is what I've decided I'm not going through today. But I did say I have gone through like a lot of them. I've got 3 empty bins. I would have had more, but I just want to get done for today. And then I'm taking all of these ones inside. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. These 23 bins are art supplies and some of my hair and makeup and stuff. So that is what I'm taking in the house. So what I've left out here is the furthest corner is personal papers, and then my kids' toys. And then I've got the kitchen, some kitchen stuff, home decor, and then this last row here, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, these last 5 bins here, the red one and the clear ones and the gray one, are all electronics. like I said, that's the stuff I'm just not going to do right now, but I think I've did a good start. I know what's in each of these boxes. I have each of the boxes over here in the order of I'm going to go through them. So my next stuff will be the kitchen, which I should have put in front of the home decor, but I want to get through the kitchen stuff first. But I got to get the other boxes in the house. And so that is what I'm working on all day today. Let's see, it is, yeah, 5:30. I did take a little bit of time for TV break or whatever, watched some shows. But yeah, basically since like 9 a.m. I've been doing this. Now I just got to take all those other bins and take them into the house. And then I guess I'll be back tomorrow to deal with the stuff that I brought in. Alright, so these are the containers that I brought in from the garage. These ones all contain my jewelry and makeup. And there are 9 of them. So I'm going to go through each one of these right now. Pull everything out, and it's a keep, yes or no. So I'm just going to do the first box. Trying to get my tripod set up. There we go. So I'm just this is the heaviest box. So I might as well start with this one. So I've got my acrylic tips and things. So that is a definite keep. Body cream. I'm going to say this is the cocoa butter ones. And still smell good. Just, product is leaked on the outside. I just want to know how full this jar is. This is like a brand new full jar. Trying to see if it has a date anywhere. I think I don't see any best before dates. Just kind of makes me question this a little bit, but it's just body cream. It's the cocoa butter. As long as it doesn't smell rancid, it should be fine. I've got that one. I've got another one. I do use this stuff a lot in the winter. So they're probably just they were probably bought just before I packed everything away. Cotton balls, those are always important to keep. I've got my friend's says it's an a shower steamer. Never used it. I'll have to try. Oh, I've got my little scrubbing brushes here. I will say I've never actually done the dry brushing. I bought these and I never actually used them yet. And these loofahs, these are nice. So I'm going to say these are all like brand new. So the one in the bathroom that's falling apart, I can now, replace it. I've got some receipts here, just so like, what is this? Well, that tells me how to use something. Okay, the Spirit Halloween store. I'm trying to figure out what we bought. Oh, I bought nails, fingertips. The acrylic. So I bought Barbie acrylics. The end of August of 23. So I said this stuff in here is probably just purchased it just before we moved. And I got more of my acrylic stuff. I love, I do my manicures and my pedicures. I love these type of things. They're this nail stickers basically. You just put them on and then you just file off around the shape of your nail. I do use them on my nails. I also use them on the acrylics. They do work really nice too. Then I got this pack here, and this is for the toes, so they're shaped a little bit different. So I'm definitely, keeping those out. Got some perfume here. Some more these nail art acrylic little these little nail sticker gems. I actually don't use these for my nails. I actually use these in other crafts. So I'm going to, definitely keep those. Oh. Okay, this Yeah. So there's this Water Bomb sleeping mask. Oh, this is that Scentsy stuff. I did not like. I tried Scentsy. I never sold it. I have friends who sell it, so I, buy things from friends. I actually found that I'm actually allergic to the Scentsy. So that stuff I am going to donate. Yeah, that's more Scentsy product. That will be donated. Yeah. An empty thing of conditioner. Oh, this is a little glass jar, and it's got little pieces of soap. Like some of those shops at Christmas and stuff, the little pop-up stuff. They give you these little free samples of soap, and I do nothing. I just throw them in this jar, and I just let them, smell nice. Although I'm like, the way these are looking, I'm going to just throw these little pieces of soap out. Jewelry cleaner. That is nice. It is missing the little brush that I usually have taped up here. So maybe the brush is in here, or it could have fallen and I may have put it in my jewelry box or makeup box before we moved. Some hand sanitizer. This is from Bath and Body Works with a little sloth that holds it. A little keychain. I know the little hook thing here came kind of ripped, but that's easy to fix with just a little bit of, glue. Just deodorant, vapor rub, peel off facial mask, some more of these things, some little oils, more acrylics, pet dewormer. Okay. Brand new things of Blistex. Like I said, this was just packed right before we moved. I've got this cocoa soap petals. I've never used these. They were in I got them like second hand. You can see I got that tag. I just think they just smell nice. Just to open up and just have them sitting in the bathroom. They just smell nice. Not as strong as they used to be, but they've also been in this box with all this other stuff. An electric razor. More of that cocoa body cream. Oops, little glass jars here. Oh, my little soap dish with the little cherub. This little one here is the lid. Oops. Another one of those body scrub brushes. Pet teeth cleaner. And I will say my animals do not like this stuff. I've tried it. More body sprays. Some bath salts that my Day Home kids made. And then whatever remaining stuff we had, I just pour it in a jar for myself. Just some cleansing water for your face. Got some hand cream, more peel off masks, that icy therapy stuff. I'm actually allergic to this stuff, but I always have it just in case. But I'm just going to look at the expiry on this one because I can't even read the expiry date. It's kind of wore off, but I don't use this stuff. I always have it just in case. Just one of those things, but we've never needed it. So that, because I don't know the thing, I'm probably just gonna, I'll just dispose of it properly. I've got some brand new hand creams. So this is just like, all this stuff here is just gonna go through quickly, and it's gonna be keep or get rid of. Oh, that is my husband's Listerine. He likes this original Listerine, so I'll give this one to him too. Let's see, it should have a year on this. Yeah, like I said, my husband, he doesn't go through this as fast as I do. So this is from 2018. This is the expiry date, November 2018. I'll just put this with my husband's stuff and let him decide what he wants to do with it. Yeah, more hand creams. Yeah, more body lotion, hand creams. Oh, Bath and Body Works. Oh, I love, these are what I was looking for. These are the ones my husband bought me a couple of years ago for Christmas. We got Into the Night and Fresh Sparkling Snow. I love these ones. The After Sun Gel. More body lotion stuff. This whole container here. Little candle. A whole bunch of these little hand cream things. Little hand sanitizers. 1,000 Wishes. And this one's a cranberry. And this one's cinnamon. So these were right off my window ledge. So these were some of the last things that were packed. Empty, another empty one of those. I'm doing my hair. Little roller, massage roller. Those are nice. I like the bamboo ones. Some little Himalayan pink salt, because I like to sprinkle a little bit of this in my, not really the bath, but more if I'm doing like a foot soak. And I always found if I had a little container of it in the bathroom, then I wouldn't have to go and grab it out of the kitchen. So then I've got the fresh, it's the Fresh Sparkling Snow Fragrance Mist Into the Night Body Cream. Let's see, there should be the other ones. It's another peel off mask. Some more fragrance perfumes. Some more After Sun lotion. More makeup remover. This stuff works really good. So is this the one? Because I know I got a couple. I don't know. I think I'll give this one to my daughter, because this might be the one that I'm allergic to. My skin is so sensitive to things. So I will see if she likes it. Oh, I've got some more. Lots of this body sprays. Oh, there it is. There's the little heart jar. And I've got these little stones in here. The stones smell like vanilla. There's the lid. And I've had this little jar for a long time. My grandma gave me this little jar. Don't remember how many years ago. I think it was either for my 16th birthday or my 18th birthday. I can't remember, but that's how long I have had this little jar, and it's always just sat on my dresser all these years. And some more bath salt stuff. I think that's all is in here. This is just a hydrating, balancing toner. Some bath bombs. This charcoal face mask. Some big bottles of hand soap. Another Into the Night, the body fragrance mist. It's missing its lid. Actually, all these are missing their lids. Who knows? I think some of my lids had broke. Yeah, Fresh Sparkling Snow Body Cream. So that would be the two sets. Another empty conditioner. Empty conditioners. I don't know why I pack them. Why I just, use them. Just more face masks. More face mask. And I will say, I've tried these. These ones are either from Walmart or the dollar store, and I'm allergic to them, so I'm not even going to keep them. I'm just going to put them on my driveway. Oh, baby oil. Baby oil is always nice to have for my own, for my own little kids, and then my home kids. There was a couple times I had a few little babies who'd spend the night. It was so nice to put a little bit of this oil in their hair, and it just smells so nice. Some of these little soap dish holders. Now I've gotten into all these soaps, and I'm going to say, as much as I like these soaps, they are, this one still has this, yeah, some of these that don't look so nice, but they're all those natural soaps. Like this one here says it's from the Rocky Mountain Soap Company, which is a local one here in Alberta. I'm trying to think where. They're in Canmore. So just a couple hours away, and they've got a nice store in the mall, and that's where these are all from. So I love these ones. So those ones I will keep. It's just any of the other bars of soap. Oops, this one too, I like that. I don't know what the fragrance is anymore, but it's shaped like a leaf, and I always just kept that in the bathroom to smell nice. And then another bits of soap, more small sample soaps from, I don't know where I put the little jar. Oh, there it is. Little sample soaps. They just kind of like, I always thought they just kind of made my house smell nice. But, you know, I'm not interested in keeping them anymore. Oh, cactus and aloe toner for the face. This worked so good. A little shell. Some more of these face masks that, like I said, I'm allergic to them. So, again, I'm just going to put them in a box on my driveway. You know, so we'll do with all these little perfumes and hand creams that I'm allergic to. More stuff. What is this one? Oh, this is the Nivea stuff. I can't read. This is it's supposed to increase your oxygen uptake in your skin. I don't know if it really does anything. I'll have to try again. Some more Blistex. Some more homemade foot soak. Another big shell. I love to use shells as soap dishes. Baby powder. This one. Hand cream, or hand lotion or hand soap. It's the foaming hand soap, and this fragrance on this one is Vampire's Blood. That was from my kids for my birthday. And another peel off mask. So I'm going to say majority of this stuff in here, this box here, it's getting donated. So that made that one pretty easy. Now I'm just going to go to the next box. Got to move and lift this box down. Like I said, I've got 9 boxes to go through, and like I said, I just want to go through everything once, and it's a keep or no keep, and that is it. Hey, this one gets a little tricky because I can see hair and jewelry. So I've got these rubber rods. I have no idea where these came from. So, I think they might have been one of my kids. I'll have to ask. I think I know whose these belong to. I'll have to ask her. My kids, this is some of my jewelry. So I'm just going to put jewelry in a pile, and I'm going to deal with jewelry a different day. Hair extensions, yeah. I have a lot of hair extensions. So this looks like this is going to be some of my hair extensions, and I'm going to say I'm going to sell these. You know, you spend like a lot of money on this stuff. This one's made by Revlon. It did match my hair color at one time, but I could never get it to fit on or to look proper with my hair. So then this is just one of those little scrunchy ones, and it's no longer the color of my hair. So this can go. So this is all just jewelry. So that, like I said, I'm just going to put jewelry to the side, and I will go through jewelry another day. Hair bands, these curlers. I don't use these. Again, I think these might have been my one daughter's. I will ask and see, because I know she does do this type of stuff with her hair. I will see if she wants them. If not, you know, I'll just put them in my garage sale for a couple bucks. A little jewelry box full of little things. I just don't feel like going through. I'll just leave everything in this little box. Just put these things in this Ziploc bag. Oh, got some Halloween costume pieces. An empty box. Got electronics. Oh, an old That, oh, it's just jewelry. This is just jewelry. What's in here? Oh, yes, this box here. This was the wedding keepsake box. So in here I have the boxes for my wedding ring and engagement ring. So that's important. I don't know what this is. There's stuff like sitting in here. And this looks like electronics now. I'm going to be so mad that I've hit take that stuff out. And just jewelry that I'm going to have to go through and untangle. I'm just trying to see. Like, I've got a clock. Okay. Computer monitor. I believe this is for an iPod thing. It's not for anything we had, so I don't even know where we got it. So that could definitely go. Just one of those things when you buy, you know, get things, sometimes just random things in it. I've got a couple alarm clocks in here, headphones, alarm clocks. Another alarm clock. Alarm clock. I'm just going to lift these electronic things up just so I can see. I've got a Blu-ray player, a DVD player. And another DVD player. Stuck. I'm gonna put the electronic stuff in this box because all these wires are all attached, entangled. So now I'll just put this box of electronic stuff back into the garage. There we go. Okay, this is empty bags, empty little makeup bags. And everything else in here is all just jewelry. So I'm just going to put one of my watches. Okay. I'm just going to put all my jewelry in this one, and like I said, I'm not dealing with jewelry today. I'll put the makeup boxes in here as well, just because I don't really know where else to put them. Okay, I'll put this with the electronics. And that I can just put back out in the garage and deal with that another day. So that is, I've now done 2 boxes. So here's box number 3. This little basket. Yeah, this was sitting on my window ledge. So this little basket here is just full of a bunch of things. A little what's this? Soap. Bath bombs, candles, and body butter. Those were from my husband. Yeah, there's some more of these things. Yes, this is that year for Christmas that he got me all of these things. This is an empty box. A nice little painting. I'll have to hang that up. I gotta clean out the frame, and I will definitely be hanging that up. Okay, I'm just gonna throw all the jewelry in this box. Yeah, there's all my watches. There's my rings. Oh, there's a broken necklace. Rings. Oh. The little bath soap things, bath fizzers. They're shaped like donuts. A little thing. Some more hand lotions. These little travel ones. I've never actually used them, but I had bought a set. This has got stuff in it. Well, I did buy some of these secondhand. So I never used them. Didn't even realize this had stuff in it. Okay. Oh, look at that. My little Asian little doll here. So there. A cup. My little Pepsi cup. Can kind of go up with all my other collectible stuff. Little bookend, guys. Oh, okay. I can't lift this up. Okay. Jewelry box. And another jewelry box. There's just more jewelry down here. This has got jewelry and nail polish and perfume. So I'm just going to pick this up and just set it here. So that is now 3 containers I have gone through. It's not going to take me long. Like I said, everything is just a yes or no. And the only thing I'm not going through right now at this moment is my jewelry. But if I get all my jewelry in one spot, and then I can just lay it all out. Because there's not a lot of jewelry I really like. So I'm just going to go through the next like 6 boxes. I'll just do this. See, there's another 6 boxes here to go through. I will go through these 6 boxes and I'll be back and let you know what I'm keeping and what is donation or yard sale. Okay, so I've got all the bins emptied. So I'll just show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bins are empty, and this bin here is the electronics. So everything that was in those bins is now just laid out here in my living room. So like I said, I wasn't going to do jewelry today. There is not really that lot of jewelry. I decided I'm going to deal with my jewelry today. I really want to get my stuff organized. So got jewelry, picture frames, brushes, curling irons, crimpers, you know, all the other nail care products. And then I found my missing makeup. So I've got all my makeup I now have. And then up here I just have some of my other jewelry boxes are just sitting up here. And I got some of those dolls. Those are not the porcelain ones, but they still kind of classified as porcelain dolls. And then that's all those mannequin heads. I think there's 5, I believe. I think that's how many I have. Yes, I have 5 mannequin heads, all with the different hair extensions and stuff on them. Then I've got all my little collectible little characters sitting up here. I've got my Raggedy Ann lamp. And then I got some baskets, and then I was just putting other small little collectible figurines and things that I have. I was just setting them in these baskets. And then I found 2 of my DVD collections. So I found my entire Sailor Moon from the 90s. And I found my entire series of Ranma 1/2 as well. Also from like the 90s. So, and then I was doing the basement, where I set it right here. And so this was sitting up here because I found my Spice Girls Spice World cassette. And then I was going through these boxes. I just had it up. And I found my Madonna, the erotica one. Okay, so I'm just going to check the years on what year these are from. So this Madonna one came out, and I can't even use that to read, 92. And then my Spice Girls, I think this was 96 or 97. Still using cassettes because I still had my good Walkman. This one, yeah, 97. So I found a couple of my cassettes. really funny to you're just like going through random boxes of stuff and you're finding, you know, these cassettes of, you know, what kind of music you liked. Well, I like Spice Girls and I like Madonna. Not one of the best albums she ever put out. I think it was her there was one more she had that I didn't like. So this would be like that's why it looks in such good condition. Didn't know. I don't know. I was looking through this already and I was going through the lyrics of the songs. I'm like, I don't remember these songs. No, it's not. I'll have to listen to them to remember them because just trying to read the words. I don't know. They just sound like random songs that I've heard or I know. But yeah, that is what I found. And today doing these 9 boxes. So I'm just going to go and I'm just going to do my jewelry. Because all my jewelry boxes are sitting out here. I have access to my nice big one in my bedroom now. And I've got these ones here that, you spin and you can hold the jewelry on. And this one here, I love these for hanging my earrings on and my bracelets. So I figure the jewelry boxes are sitting here, the jewelry sitting here. I might as well go through this all and do this today. So that is what I'm going to work on. So when I get all of this stuff organized and dealt with, I will be back. Right, I forgot. These items here were also in those bins. So I've got, like the after sun stuff, sunscreen, bug spray, cotton swabs, cotton balls, cotton pads, gauze and tape, rubbing alcohol peroxide. I found some of these wrist and ankle supports, some toothbrushes, and a whole bunch of hand cream. Or not hand cream, hand soap, I mean. I did find a lot of hand cream as well, but no, the ones I have sitting over here is the hand soap. I think there's like 10 bottles. Like most of them have not been used. I think only one has been used. This one here is about half. So that is what else I had found in these boxes. So yeah, this was, the first aid stuff. So again, this stuff will be going into the hall closet as soon as I get that organized as well. So I'm just going to go back and like I said, I'm just going to sort through the jewelry and I will be back. Okay, so it's taken me several hours, but I now have all my jewelry untangled and separated here. So I've got all my necklaces untangled. I do have a couple that are still tangled that I put them back in the jewelry box. They're the fine, like gold and silver ones. This is just all my regular everyday costume jewelry stuff. So I've got all my necklaces spread out. I've got my bracelets kind of separated into what they are. And then I've got all my earrings paired up. And then I got a pile in the middle here, and it's just the little studs. I just kind of put them in a pile. So and I just have on these other two holders here, for my earrings. I'm just gonna go through this and check and see, make sure these are all paired up and to see, like where they go, like how far down they go, making sure that nothing is, interfering with anything else. Just gonna go through and, like I said, just gonna pair up all my earrings, get them all hung up on my racks here, get all my bracelets on that one. This jewelry box should be empty. I don't know if I have anywhere for this one to go. So this one I might sell. I was trying to sell it at my garage sale last summer too, so I might try to sell that one. So I'm just gonna get my earrings, put them up here, and go through and then find the ones that I really like, that I really, really love, and put them in the jewelry box in the bedroom. So this was not what I was going to be doing today. I really wanted to get the boxes done in the basement first, but these were in my room, and so I decided to just do this. So I still have all these containers still empty. I don't remember how many. 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 still empty. I was putting stuff in this one and stuff in that one, so 2 of them are now full of stuff. I'll just slip them back in my room. And the other stuff that's up here, I'll put them in a box. So it looks like I'll just have 3 boxes of bins sitting in my room instead of 9. So that means I have actually gotten rid of like 6 containers of stuff. Don't ask me where, but between this and I guess I got to put all this stuff away as well. I was able to, like go through and empty and clear out that amount of stuff. So I'm just going to continue with the jewelry today, and then tomorrow I will deal with, the other boxes, because to do these other ones, I got to clear out the hall closet on the main floor and the one upstairs in the hallway. So I got to clear out those 2 because this is where this stuff is going to be going. Okay, so I'll be back, of course, as I get more of this stuff, sorted through and put away. Alright, so I was busy all weekend. I was, all those bins that I brought in from the garage, I've gone through them. I've got one I've taken back outside because it was, or back out to the garage because it was electronics. I had 3 more that were just stuff I didn't feel like dealing with. I took them back down to the basement, and I've been just sorting my jewelry all weekend. So I'm almost done. So I've got this ring box, if I can open it one hand. Just has like old big chunky rings that I would have bought, grade 6 through college, that have special meaning but I'm not going to wear, but I just want to keep them. Then I've got these 2 are my last 2 trays of earrings to go through. So I think all my dangling ones should be in this one, and all, actually I'm looking, it's actually mixed, so no. These are my last 2 trays of earrings to go through. They weren't sorted. I thought I had them sorted. And I can see I've got dangly and stud earrings, and I've got dangly and stud earrings. So these were the last 2 trays of earrings to go through. My stud earrings, I have some of this plastic canvas, and I just cut it into like a good size square. And it almost fits in this little drawer here. And then I got another little strip of it. So all my little stud earrings, I'm just putting them on here. And then I've got my watch box here. So I got all my watches are, if I can open it one hand. So all my watches are nicely displayed. So I can see that's my watches. And then, I'm trying to open these one-handed. There we go. This is my other jewelry box. I've got it all organized, neat. Things are, putting things in here looks so much better than it did. And I realized I don't know where my other earring holder is. Oh, I think it's still in the living room. Just coming around here. So I've got this bag here is just all my bracelets and necklaces that I have to finish going through. Otherwise, the necklaces I finished, I've got hanging up. And I've got my rings in here. And then any of the earrings that go with the necklaces, I'm hanging up in here, so they'll be easy to access and to find if I want to do, matching earrings and necklaces. So that's what I'm working on still. It's not going to take me too much longer when I get these few items sorted and put away. Then I'm going to go back downstairs and I'm going to start the boxes that were the art supplies. I think my other jewelry, my other jewelry stand, got that one. It's empty. This one here for my bracelets, it's empty. So that's what I'm working on. I think my other one, I think I left it in my living room, so I'm just going to go and check. Yes, I did. I left it in here because I was working on this last night. So there's like all my hoop earrings and some of my dangly stuff all on this one. If you notice, I've got some fat hoop ones here in the middle, only because if I had them down here, it wouldn't spin. And then I got some of these ones up here. These are very tiny ones. That's they probably work better down here, but I find if I put these ones here on the bottom, then I can't see them. So it's usually easier if I put the smaller ones up here. But there's all my those ones for now. So like I said, I'm just going to finish up the jewelry and then I'm going to start on the boxes in the basement. Right, so I'm going to finish doing the jewelry tonight when my husband's home. I was doing that last night. We were having supper, watching Seinfeld, and I was sorting the jewelry. So I will finish the jewelry later. But I definitely have to clear off the kitchen table. It's been like this all weekend. I never got to it. So this stuff just has to get put away in the hall closet. And to be honest, the only way it's going to fit in the hall closet if I pull everything out of the hall closet. So I'm just going to grab one of those Rubbermaid bins and just set these inside the Rubbermaid bin for now. But it's all going to be sorted. And so I know this is all just toiletry and makeup and first aid supplies. So it's not like it's, you know, if all goes in one box, it's going to be easy to unpack the one box when I get around to finishing the hall closet and get this stuff put away. So I'm just going to finish that, and then I'm going to head down and to the basement and finish those other boxes that are all art and craft supplies. Okay, so it all fit in one box, and I got to clean my house today, but so it all fit in one box. So I just slid it here in my bedroom for now. At least it's off the table. It's all sorted through. I know what it is. The next step will be, you know, taking everything out of the hall closet and separating, seeing if it's like usable now or if it's extra items. So I'll be storing the extra stuff downstairs in the laundry room or the utility under the utility sink, like the peroxide and rubbing alcohol and stuff like that. So now I'm going to head downstairs and I'm going to do all of these boxes. It should be pretty fast to go through. There's a lot of papers, and the papers, I am just going to throw all the papers in a box unless I can tell it's obvious recycling. So on here there is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 containers. And like I said, I don't have to go through all of them. That bottom one is, you know, just the styrofoam. The top one is cut ribbon. So I don't have to go through like that amount of stuff. Those boxes like that can stay, but the other ones I'm just gonna dump out and just go through them one box at a time. I'm gonna start with the small one just because I'm looking at these larger ones. They just seem to have like a lot of stuff in them. So I'm just gonna clear a spot for myself so I can dump these boxes out, and I'll be back as I go through these boxes. Right, so I kind of gone through this first box. I found a lot of books, and there's just a lot of this little stuff that I just don't feel like doing right now. There's binder clips, card sleeves, pens, I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff in this box. So a lot of this little stuff. There's a compass, does it work? I don't think the compass works. That's okay. Looks like a kid's little toy one anyways. But no, just a whole bunch of, like I said, little things. I just don't really feel like dealing with those little things right now. There's a stapler. I found a Tim's gift card. So I'm going to have to see if there's anything on it. I also found Canadian Tire money. Found some battery packs for old cell phones, remotes for some TVs. I don't think we have these ones anymore. I found this cable adapter for the GameCube, N64, and Super Nintendo. So this is, we might actually need these. And then I found this, and it says it's a pocket purifier, and it seems to work. Like when I turned it on, it kind of worked. I don't really know if these really did anything. They say that that UV light is supposed to, you know, clean things with germs. I really don't know if they did anything, but I bought them for my kids one year and they just had fun, you know, going over all their stuff with it. I found this comb that's for wigs. So each of the little, I I don't know what you'd call the little, I know on a fork they're tine. I don't know what they're called in combs and brushes, but each one of them actually rolls independently, so you can comb through the wigs and it detangles without pulling out the hair. And then I found this. Now this is my Panasonic Discman from so long ago. I was trying to see if I can find a year on it. Not able to find a year on the back, but plugged into it was this, so you can listen to your CDs in the car that takes cassettes, and it also has the charger. So if you want to use the portable disc player just in the car, you just plug this in. So I'm gonna have to go and test and see if this works. I won't be able to test this out because I honestly don't know anybody whose car still has a cassette deck. But that would be really cool if it still worked. Never actually used it, and I've never actually used this either. But you can see when I store things away, or when I was no longer, I kept all the stuff. I'm gonna have to get batteries and see if the disc player works, because that would be really cool if my Discman still worked. You know, I spent a lot of money on this one, so I'm just gonna see if that still works. So that's basically the first box done. There's not really too much stuff that I can really, you know, go through and put away at this moment. I'm just throwing some of this loose stuff back in here. Oh, and then there were some odd wires, and I was just throwing the wires in this other box over here. So no, I kind of know what's in this box. I don't need to take everything out. I just want to go through and everything else. I'm just going to go to the next box. Alright, so this next box, like I said, I'm not going to go through it, but see, you can see it is just a bunch of cut ribbon and things, so don't need to touch this one today. I'll go to the one that's under it. This one, yeah, this has got a lot of art stuff in it, so this one I will be going through. Ow, a staple. Ow. So this one I will be definitely having to, you know, go through, dump it out, and sort everything out. There's not a lot of stuff in this box. The box isn't very high, but I will just quickly go through. And as I find everything, this is just an old flyer. I've got a garbage bag and my recycling box, so if I find anything that just doesn't look good anymore, like this was an old treasure map made with my day home kids, that can just go in the recycling. Anything I'm not going to keep. I do have another cardboard box, so this Easter stuff, I'm not keeping the Easter stuff. So the Easter stuff I'm going to put in a box. And I'm going to just set that on my driveway to go, because I'm not going to be using that stuff. So like I said, this is school notes, and there's papers in here. So it's probably, you know, a lot of the papers are probably garbage. Same with this little folder here. It looks like it's got papers in it too. I'm not going to be going through everything. Oh, those are magnet sheets. Those are fun for crafting. Lights. What is on here? Oh, seahorses. That's be fun. Christmas ornaments. Some metal Halloween letters. Little canvas. So this was day home stuff. Oh, a nice little garland for summer. Yeah, like just lots of little things in here. You know. So just gonna go through this box. Oh, there's all this little mini fruit. I'm just gonna, I guess I can just dump this box out because it's like, it's all usable craft stuff. More lights, and these ones are, I think it's supposed to be starfish. Can't really tell, but yeah, so I'm just gonna dump this whole box out and organize this box into different categories, because this all looks like usable crafts. yeah, this is all usable craft supplies. So I think I'll just dump all this. I think I'm just going to throw all this stuff back in here. It's usable crafts supplies. I can't actually put the craft supplies away right now. I have to move other things out of my way, but at least I know what's in this box. I do know I have to go through every item and figure out what it is, but I just don't want to make a big mess. I just don't want to dump everything out today. I really have to do some other cleaning in my house before I start doing all of these bins. But I just want to see what's in the next couple bins. Ow! My knee twisted. Oh, okay. Like I said, that's just styrofoam balls. This one here looks like it's just all the wood. I guess I don't really have too much stuff to really go through it. This is like all art supplies. And I'm thinking, you know, as much as I want to get this done, I don't think I'm going to do this today. I can see what this stuff is. I've done so much from the garage. My husband says it looks so much better. You know, I think I'm going to end here. This will be part one. It'll be part one of my garage just because, oh, my knee hurts. I can't sit down on the floor anymore. Today I've been just going through all those other boxes, and I've got other things I got to get done today. So I've got a good start on the garage. I know what's left in the garage, and I know what's here, and I don't see a lot of personal papers in these ones. These ones are definitely art supplies, and I don't have anywhere to these out. I still have all this stuff here sitting. This stuff here is, a lot of this is garage sale stuff. So, like I said, I've gone through it all, and majority of this stuff is garage sale stuff. So until I have a garage sale, I can't really, you know, don't really want to pull too much more things out. So I guess I'll end here. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.